Hey guys, LivLoren here. So if you don't know already, I have a huge obsession with Bring Me the Horizon, and they just released their 5th studio album, That's the Spirit, on September 11th, which debuted at number 2 in the UK and number 1 right here in Canada. If you're a Suicide Season purist, then chances are you'll probably not like this album. But if you're willing to accept change that Bring Me the Horizon has moved on from their hardcore days, then you'll love it. Bring Me the Horizon has completely changed their sound with That's the Spirit, almost completely ditching Ollie's powerful screams, and with Jordan joining the band full-time, it has definitely influenced their direction in terms of synths. The band started using synths in There Is Hell and a little bit more in Sempiternal, but in That's the Spirit it plays a major role. This album is definitely completely different from any other album they've made, and it's also very unique compared to any other heavy rock band. Lead singer Ollie Sykes described this album as a celebration of depression, which is exactly what it is. The songs are upbeat and heavy, and the lyrics are dark and depressing. With lyrics like "You make me want to slit my wrists and play in my own blood," and "What doesn't kill you makes you wish you were dead," these dark lyrics are what makes this album powerful and amazing. When I first heard That's the Spirit, I instantly fell in love with it. There were a few tracks that on first listen I wasn't sure about, like Follow You and What You Need, just because they were just so different from any other Bring Me the Horizon songs, but otherwise, to me, it was just perfect. My favorite part about this album has to be the fact that Ollie sings on almost every track. His voice isn't perfect, but that's why I love it. It's rough and unique. And even though they've gone a different route with That's the Spirit, there's still some hints of old Bring Me the Horizon with his unique voice. And the best part is, even though they've kind of stayed away from those hardcore influences, Ollie still lets out his powerful growls, letting fans know that this album still is heavy rock. My favorite song on this album has to be Follow You, which was a track I was unsure about when I first listened to it, but now I absolutely love it. It's a completely different sound from Bring Me the Horizon. It's sort of like a love song, it's slow, and Ollie's voice is just incredible. And also, I don't have a least favorite track off of That's the Spirit. It's perfect from start to finish. The first single off of That's the Spirit was Happy Song, which fans actually were able to solve clues to get hints for. This song has cheerleader vocals, which makes it the perfect live song. It was definitely a song for fans to sing along to. It has dark and depressing lyrics, which makes the title pretty ironic. Ollie uses his powerful growls, and with Lee's heavy riffs, this is probably the closest song you're going to get to a heavy Bring Me the Horizon song. Throne was the next song to be released, and it was actually the first song on That's the Spirit to get its own music video. It definitely has a lot of Linkin Park influences, but of course with a Bring Me the Horizon twist. If you're a Sempiternal fan, this is probably the closest song you'll get. It has a ton of synths and it's also very heavy. Next is True Friends, which is a song about disloyalty, and with lyrics like "I'll forget but I'll never forgive you" and Ollie's raw voice, it's a perfect song to listen to when you're upset about something and you just want to release all your anger. It's a raw and angry song, it's just perfect. Avalanche is one of the more upbeat songs on this album, but of course it sticks to the dark and depressing lyrics. The song itself is about Ollie finding out about his ADHD and how it played a huge role in his addiction due to self-medicating. The track itself is upbeat, and with Ollie's dark and depressing lyrics, it makes it feel like everything's going to be okay. It's almost uplifting in a way. Oh No was the last song they released before the album came out, and this song is a dancey track, which is really surprising to hear from Bring Me the Horizon. What was even more surprising is the saxophone solo near the end. They definitely took some risks with this song, but it paid off. This is so much fun, it's incredible. And also, it sticks to the theme of the album. It's still dark, but it has a dancey feel to it. I just love it. Next is What You Need, and this is definitely a different sound for Bring Me the Horizon. It almost has an English rock sound to it. The song itself is about closed-minded people who only see their way and no one else's. It's definitely a different sound, but it totally works and the lyrics fit in perfectly. Doomed is the very first track on That's the Spirit, and this song is sort of two-parted. The first part being about being self-destructive and not wanting to wake up in the morning, and the second half being about giving a second chance at life and embracing whatever comes at you. This song definitely sets the tone for this album. It's dark and depressing. Next is Run, which starts off with sort of a dark, dancey feel to it in terms of Jordan's synths in the beginning. But this is a true rock song. Bring Me the Horizon definitely did some experimenting. It's a totally different sound than what fans would be used to. But with all these killer vocals and these amazing guitar riffs at the end, it makes one perfect song. Drown originally came out before That's the Spirit, and it was never meant to be on this album, but it fits in so perfectly. Lyric-wise, it is exactly what this album is. It's a celebration of depression. The music itself, to me, puts a positive spin on the depressing lyrics, and it's the best song to get lost in the music to. And it's also an amazing song to see live. Fans just go crazy. And last but certainly not least is Blasphemy. This track is definitely a heavy song with Jordan's synths and Lee's guitars being the main focus throughout. The song itself is about people who won't let go of their beliefs, even though they might not believe in it anymore. Bring Me the Horizon have done an incredible job with That's the Spirit, and with this album, they have proved that they can and will be a heavy rock band one day. If you haven't listened to That's the Spirit, then I don't know what you're waiting for. Go listen to it, you will not regret it. It's perfect from start to finish. Don't forget to visit my website, LivLoren.com, where I post music news daily as well as my concert videos. And as well, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. I make a video every Friday. I'll see you guys next week.